Hello guys, it's Nim and welcome back to my channel. So today, as you probably already saw by the title, we are building another Victorian home. I did a build like this last week, and today I wanted to keep in that same like Victorian style. Yeah, just Victorian style. I wanted to keep in that same like style, that era, but also a little bit more modern than usual. So I had the vision of like these Victorian houses, and I just went on Google and I found this house, and if I manage to do it, you will see it on screen right now. Somehow. So that's just basically the front of the home, and I wanted to make that into an entire home and floor plan. And this is like the end result. You also maybe already saw this build if you were watching my How to Sims on roofing, because this is actually the build that I used in that video as well. So if you have not seen that video, it is linked below in the description, so you can check that out to see how I do roofing. And how I explain it calmly, hopefully. I hope I explained it calmly, let's just hope I did it calmly. Anyway. So this home, it looked really weird. I was really unhappy with the shape from the outside. I was like, oh man, this is going to be such a weird shape. I mean, just look at it. It is this weird, like, rectangular shape, and then it sort of looks like an downwards L with some weird bump outs. So, but surprisingly, the floor plan was actually really easy to make. So we have 3 bedrooms in this home. One is a big master suite. We have like one somewhat smaller room, and then the other bedroom was the largest bedroom of them all. And I did not expect that, because I was expecting it actually to be rather tiny. It ended up being very big. Also, I decided to do something else for a change with the exterior and with like roof trim. So I used a wooden roof trim. Like normally in all my builds I used white ones. But for this one I was like, no, I'm gonna get out of my comfort zone and we are going to do something else. You will see me fiddle around with this like exterior wall painting a lot, because I didn't know what I wanted. So we're actually going to change it up quite a few times. So we're gonna go darker on the wood, the stone, we're gonna leave it for that. We're now gonna add some dormers, because like they were there in the picture and actually thought that it looked pretty nice. And then we are gonna mainly use Get Together, I think it is, for the exterior windows, because the Get Together windows, like obviously we're building in Wundenberg anyway, so you kind of need those windows. Also with the brick, it looks so nice. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually kind of jealous the way this house turns out. When I was building it, I thought it was gonna be awful and I absolutely hated it. But now that it's done, I'm like, you know what? This actually looks rather good. So you see me placing some like modern windows there from just base game, and I actually really like those. I felt like the backside of the house needs to have something modern, so there's actually going to be a little breakfast nook in there. And then with the other glass windows, there's going to be the kitchen. Now on the inside, there will be a lot of cuts, because I was watching a scary movie, or like scary videos on YouTube as well when I was building this, because I always need to have something in the background. And there were a lot of jump scares in that, so then it was just me being jumped and then having to cut that out because I was so jumpy and scared. But that's beside the point. So you see me making it a little bit darker, and I think the darker wood actually complements the build a lot more. Like, I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but I think it looks a lot better. Also those season doors, love them. I always use them in almost every build together with the cats and dog ones. Love them. So for the floor plan, like these woods, I'm in love with these woods. Also like the bathrooms and everything. So this house has how many bathrooms? 3 bathrooms, and one of them is ensuite. So that weird little wall in the middle, that is going to be the dividing wall, because there will be a living room on one side, and then on the smaller side there will be a dining room with fireplace obviously. But first we are actually going to make the kitchen, and now we are going to use these base game cabinets, and I actually never used them because I didn't know they actually looked that nice, because I actually think they look really nice. I'm in love with these cabinets in the counter. I think it's not a very large kitchen, But it has everything you need. Like, it has like enough workspace. It has the sink in the island. Has like 3 little bar stools there. I think it's so cute. Like, I would want that in my home. If I have a dreamy kitchen, it would probably be the Jurassic Park kitchen because it's the dinosaurs. But anyway, like this kitchen, it works really well, and I could see it working in real life as well, because you have like the one counter next to the stove or the utilities and pans that you don't use necessarily, and then just turn around and there's these entire islands where you can just cook. So I think that looks really nice. Also, because it was like small, because most kitchens I build are like way larger, I didn't have to put that much clutter as I usually do, and I kind of enjoyed that as well. So it is still cluttered, but it didn't took me as long as it normally does. Also, that red CC shelf, I love it. I'm still trying to like work around the best way of using that, because sometimes it is quite a struggle, but I'm getting better with it every time I build. And I built quite a lot, so. Ooh, before I forget, you might also have noticed that I didn't post videos as frequent this week as I did like the past 6 weeks, I think it was, a month, I don't know. I think it was a month since I started my channel. That is because I actually was allowed to go back to work again, which I'm very happy about because I love my work. Like, if you guys haven't know, like, I work as a school teacher and I teach ages 4, 5 and 6-year-olds, and I'm in love with that. Like, I have an amazing class and I genuinely love my work. So being in lockdown, absolutely hated it. Like, the positive sides of this entire lockdown was that I actually broke my foot, so I wasn't able to work anyway. So that was like the only positive side of it. But otherwise, lockdown sucked, and I would not want to repeat it because I actually love working and I'm a real workaholic. But also after this like first week back at work and then coming home, I was so tired the first day, and I was like, what am I actually that tired of? It's not like I haven't done anything in the last 8 weeks. I mean, like, compared to what I usually do, I didn't do that many like those 8 weeks. But then again, like, I've broken my foot, so I'm forgiven to not be like in top fit condition, in my opinion. But anyway, so basically, I love getting that I got back to work again. Have you guys already been out of lockdown in your country? Like, let me know in the comments down below. And if you're not, how do you handle it? Because I did not handle it very well. I am apparently, if I've noticed, a very extrovert person, which I did not know because I always thought I was introvert. Turns out I'm not. Very surprising. I have to be like, it's very surprising for me because I just realized how much I actually crave human contact, and that is something that is very strange, and I did not expect me to feel that way. So, like, you get to know yourself in lockdown. I think that is a way to say it the best. You get to know yourself. Back to the build. So we are now just finishing up the dining room, and I actually love what I did with the little mirror. So obviously, because there was a wall behind the fireplace, it was clipping to the wall, so I just removed the wall, placed the mirror, and then built a wall again. And this little like sitting area next to the fireplace, I love it so much. It is so cozy. I can just imagine it like it being like late at night or like evening and just sitting there at the fireplace, reading a book or like knitting or whatever. It feels so homey. And then with the couches in between like the bookcases, with the windows, I like it. I just wish that couch could also go the other way, like you could rotate it, but it's still be facing forward, if that makes any sense. Like, I'm trying to like visualize it with my hands, but obviously I don't have a cam. Well, I mean, like, I have a webcam, but it's not on because I don't know how to actually put that into my movie with a face cam. I also don't know if you guys would like a face cam. Like, I'm willing to try that out if you guys would like that. I'm willing to do like speed builds with a face cam. That would be totally fine with me. Just let me know. And if you don't like it, let me know as well. I won't be offended, I promise. I totally promise I won't be offended if you don't want to do a face cam. Don't worry, guys. I'm a very chill person. So lately I've been getting into the vibe of making like custom bookshelves. if that makes sense. So you see me doing it right there on the walls, just putting a lot of bookcases and just merging them in together, and I think it's so much fun. I don't know why, but I really enjoy it. Maybe it's like this vision I have for later in my own place. I'm just imagining, like, you know what? What if I have like an entire wall that is totally like books? Which I already have right now, but like more. Like an entire, like, I don't know, like 4-meter length wall just full of books. That would be amazing. I literally dream of that. That is one of my dreams. Is that sad? I don't think it's sad. I think it's a little bit strange maybe, but I don't think it's sad. And then obviously a few shelves as well for all my Funko Pops, because I have a lot of them. A lot. I'm actually surrounded by them. I also have a few still in box. Anyway, like the use of these item living counters, I like it so much because like the green or teal, I think the color is teal, I'm not quite sure. Like it mixes really well with the black and white. It gives it just a little bit of touch that it needs to have like more color, because it's also in the lights, which is obviously tiny living, because I love the tiny living pack, in case you haven't noticed already. So we are now moving on to what I imagined being the master suite, because I thought, you know what, this is going to be the biggest bedroom. But then in the end, the other bedroom turned out to be the biggest bedroom. But like, who cares? We're still going to call this the master suite because it has the ensuite, which I still think is a pretty weird concept to have like a private bathroom attached to your bedroom. That's because it's not very common where I'm from. Like, in normal houses, I say normal houses, like houses that I live in, you have like one bathroom per house, and that is like normal. So I always think it's pretty weird that people have en-suites. Especially if I watch like American movies or like talk to my American friends, they're all like, oh yes, I have my private bathroom and it's completely up to me and it has like a full shower and tub, and I'm like, okay, I share a bathroom with my entire family, which is pretty darn normal. Why would you have like your own bathroom? I mean, you have to clean that bathroom as well. And I don't like cleaning bathrooms, so just be clear on that. So during this room build, I actually found out that this room was very, very big. So naturally, I placed a lot of bookshelves in there and bookcases to make it look smaller and make like it looked filled. And that was actually rather difficult because it was the last like room I had to decorate, and I was so done with decorating. But I also really wanted to finish this build so I could do the voiceover and actually be done with it, because I hate like building a house and then halfway stopping with it, because I know I will not finish it. So if I start building a house, I have to finish it like the same day. With like a very rare occasion, I might log out because it's late, but usually I finish a build in one go. That's how I roll. I can't help it. I also really like all these flowers that I put here on the side with the greenery. I thought it looked so cute. I like it. Because like it's white, it's pink, and it's coming out. So, I keep saying a lot of so, and also a lot of like. Whoa. I just came to the realization of that. Anyway, we are doing the landscaping last now, which is very uncommon for me. If you may know that if you're here longer. I usually build the exterior first, then do the landscaping, and then do everything else. But with this build, I just couldn't landscape it because I had no vision for it. Maybe that's because I didn't actually came up with the build itself, but I'm building from a picture because I had the front of the house, and then I was like, yeah, you know what, it's fine, whatever. So I built the entire exterior and I didn't landscape it. So that was very weird because I was already done with decorating inside, and I was like, oh yes, now I'm done with this build, huzzah. And then I went looking at the entire build and was like, wait, something's missing? Where's my landscaping? It turned out the landscaping was not there. So now you see me doing landscaping, and the landscaping is not as pretty as I would normally do it, but I was quite done with this home because I wasn't actually that happy with it as well, because I thought it had very, very, very weird shapes and it was just a weird looking build. So I came also to the realization that real life houses don't look good in The Sims. Obviously, this real life house has a somewhat imaginary window placement, so let's just ignore that, but the shape is pretty similar. The landscaping is totally not. So if I manage, you will see that picture here again, and otherwise, I'm sorry, you'll just have to trust me that this is the house that was actually on the picture as well. So we are doing like the final bits now, and we are actually going to move into the screenshots in a minute. I forgot to put like a fence outside on the other back porch, but who cares? So I'm going to finish this voiceover right now. So thank you guys very much for watching, and if you haven't already, make sure to like, comment and subscribe and hit that bell notification so you get notified when my next video goes live. Have fun with the screenshot, guys, and I hope to see you guys with my next video. Bye!